आपने कभी जेंगा खेला है? I love this game so much कि मैंने इस गेम को edible बना दिया है. So today we're going to be baking an edible Jenga cookie tower. I'm going to be placing our flour onto our kitchen tabletop. To this, I'm going to be adding some chilled butter. So what I'm basically going to be doing now is cutting the butter into the dough. So I don't want to touch it because the temperature of my hand is really warm. So now that this is done, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to divide the dough so that I can color one part of it differently. Keep this dough right here to the side. Approximately the same. Now into this, I'm just going to make a little well. Pour 3 egg yolks. I'm going to add a pinch of salt and sugar. Now this dough of ours are just going to come together very beautifully. You don't have to knead this. Because of the butter in it, it just comes together like so. And now we're just going to rest this dough in the fridge, encase it in a little cling wrap. We're now going to keep this lovely dough in the fridge for about 20-25 minutes. And now to start with the other bit. So, now to this whole dough, I'm going to be adding a little bit of color. And egg yolks. A pinch of salt. Sugar. And then we just bring this together. I just love how color makes everything happier. I'm going to put this out and I'm just going to knead this together. Just remember the next time you are adding a color to your cookie dough, if you add this later, you will overwork your dough. It's not going to have that beautiful crumbly crunch when you bite into it. Put this into the fridge, let it rest before I roll it out. So the reason you always cover your dough is because the air dries it up and you definitely do not want that crust over it. So our dough is now very well rested. It has taken a little power nap. It's feeling like, yay, I want to get into the oven. So let's get it. So here is our dough. We throw some flour. You roll it out just as much as you want. When you're rolling out cookie dough, it will crack a bit, but it's fine. Just keep putting it together. Cut the edges. Well, these do look like the Jenga bricks. Now that I've done this, get my red dough out. Flour. And now I'm just going to do the same thing. Just going to roll this out very, very carefully. course, we're going to lay this in our baking tray very carefully. We're going to now bake these lovely Jenga edible bricks in a preheated oven at 200 degrees for about 10 to 12 minutes. Yippee! Just take a look at this. Edible Jenga bricks. So, just do what you do. Take a look at our recap and come quickly back.
Take 500 grams refined flour onto your tabletop, add 250 grams chilled butter cubes and keep cutting them into tiny pieces. Divide the flour into 2 mounds and fill them in with 2 separate bowls. In one bowl, make a well and add 3 egg yolks, 1 teaspoon salt and 2 teaspoons sugar. Cut through the mixture and take it onto your tabletop and knead. Cover with a cling wrap and cool it in the refrigerator for 20 to 25 minutes. Now, take the other bowl and add 2 teaspoons edible red color, 3 egg yolks, 1 teaspoon salt and 2 teaspoons sugar. Bring it all together, place the dough onto the tabletop and knead. Cover with a cling wrap and cool it in the refrigerator for 20 to 25 minutes. Take the first dough out and roll it. Make sure to cover the gaps while rolling and cut out the edges. Cut them into pieces like Jenga bricks. Repeat the same process for the red dough. In a preheated oven at 200 degrees Celsius, bake for 10 to 12 minutes. Take it out of the oven and build the Jenga cookie tower. Your Jenga cookie tower is ready.